Welcome back to Audio Notes. So, I'm really excited to talk about that. Part of growing as a leader, part of leadership is the fact that your viewpoint of people will become far more sophisticated and nuanced. What do I mean by that? Simply by being in more situations where you're working with people, leading people, growing with people, learning about yourself, becoming a better leader internally. So both self-leadership and leading others. You'll realize that you just study people. It's natural. It's kind of like people watching, except you've got to do it at scale. So if that's the case, you'll start understanding different motivations, different nuances. So, the dad of two who might be a single dad and going, okay, well, how I talk to him and have a conversation with him is definitely different than the single mom or the conversation with the family man or the, young single bachelor, right? They all have different variants of their life, and it's similar to you showing up, whether it be wine or food. You start seeing that there's different flavors of each, and you understand what's important here, what's important there, with almost no judgment. And you go in like a scientist, understanding, actually, this particular particle moves this way. That particular particle cares about this. You start building your personas, and as a result, you start to have sophisticated viewpoints. Now, those personas does not mean that you prejudge, or it's not the fact that you're trying to put people in boxes. It's more of the understanding that if you can understand a person by generalizing data that you've seen previously and then test that data against reality and say, you know what, this actually matches, and it makes them feel great. That's very important. It makes them feel great. They feel as if you're anticipating their needs, reading their mind, understanding them like they've never been understood. That creates a sophisticated viewpoint of people that is both valuable for them and for you, and quite honestly for the world. Who doesn't want to be understood? Everyone wants to be understood. The more you can use data to create this, schema, if you will, for cognitive psych nerds out there, or roadmap in your head, the better it's going to end up being overall. Why? It's going to change a lot of lives just because they feel understood. So it is important to understand that it is normal. It is a natural part of leadership development to start having a more sophisticated viewpoint of people, because you'll simply be spending more time and learning more about them along the way, along your journey. And so it's important to understand, and it's not something that comes up very often. So enjoy that and continue to grow and move that forward.